it's story time again. Now then, we have a little visitor. There's his tail. Ooh. And here's one of his paws. Ooh. Who do you think it is? It's Rory back again. Rory the elephant. No, Rory the rhinoceros. No, Rory the lamb. No, Rory the caterpillar. No, that's silly. It's Rory the lion. He's going to sing a little song. Ready? Wash, wash, wash your paws, wash them nice and clean. Scrubbly, bubbly, bubbly, scrubbly, wash them nice and clean. Again. Wash, wash, wash your paws, wash them nice and clean. Bubbly, scrubbly, scrubbly, bubbly, wash them nice and clean. Right, now sit down there and don't growl. Don't growl, okay. Right, I'm going to have a story by Judith Kerr. Now, we like her story. She wrote The Tiger Who Came to Tea. This is published by HarperCollins. This one is called Mog the Forgetful Cat. It's a nice picture, isn't it? Of a cat that looks a bit stupid. Right. There's Mog again, looking stupid again. Once there was a cat called Mog. She lived with a family called the Thomases. Mog was nice, but not very clever. She didn't understand a lot of things. A lot of other things she forgot. She was a very forgetful cat. There's Mr. Thomas, Mrs. Thomas, Nicky, Debbie, and Mog. Sometimes she ate her supper and then forgot that she'd eaten it. Oh. Sometimes she thought of something right in the middle of washing her legs. Then she forgot to wash the rest. Then she forgot to wash the rest of her leg. Once she forgot that she can't fly. Chased a bird and fell out of a tree. But most of all, she forgets her cat flap. The cat flap leads from the garden into the kitchen. Mog could go out and in again. It was her own little door. That's what cats have, isn't it? Cat. There's a picture of her in the garden. The garden always made Mog very excited. She smelled all the smells, chased the birds, climbed the trees, and ran round and round with a big fluffed up tail. And then she forgot about the cat flap. She forgot that she had a cat flap. She wanted to go back into the house, but she couldn't remember how. Silly. In the end, she sat outside the kitchen window and meowed and meowed and meowed until someone let her in. Afterwards, you could always tell where she'd sat. Oh, look, she squashed the flowers in the window box. This made Mr. Thomas very sad. He said, "Bother that cat." But Debbie said, "Oh, she's nice." Once, Mog had a very bad day. Even the start of the day was bad. Mog was still asleep. Then Nicky picked her up. He hugged her and said, "Nice kitty." Mog said nothing, but she was not happy. I wonder why. Then it was breakfast time. Mog forgot that cats have milk for breakfast. She forgot that cats only have eggs as a treat. Oh, look, she's eating an egg. She's stealing it. She ate an egg for her breakfast. Mrs. Thomas said, "Oh, bother that cat." But Debbie said, Nicky doesn't like eggs anyway. Fancy stealing somebody's egg. Mog looked through her cat flap. It was raining in the garden. Mog thought, perhaps the sun is shining in the street. When the milkman came, she ran out. The milkman shut the door. The sun was not shining in the street after all. It was raining. And a big dog came down the street. Mog ran, and the dog ran too. Mog ran right round the house, and the dog ran after her. Oh, look, it's chasing her there. She climbed over the fence. She ran through the garden and jumped up outside the kitchen window. She meowed a big meow, very sudden and very loud. Mrs. Thomas dropped a bowl of peas, look. Mrs. Thomas said, "Oh, bother that cat." Debbie said, "It wasn't her fault." Mog was very sleepy. She'd found a nice, warm, soft place to sleep. And went, "Oh, look what she's sleeping on. It isn't a cushion, is it?" Oh, she had a lovely dream, dreamed about having wings. She dreamt she could fly everywhere. She could fly faster than the birds, even quite big birds. Suddenly, she woke up. Oh dear, she'd been sleeping on Mrs. Thomas's hat. Mrs. Thomas said, "Bother that cat." Debbie said, "I think you look nicer without a hat." Debbie gave Mog her supper. She had a piece of fish, and Mog ate it all up. And then Debbie and Nicky went to bed. Mog had a rest too. Oh, she's on the top of the television. But Mr. Thomas wanted to see the boxing match. Her tails look on the screen. Oh dear. Mr. Thomas said, "Bother that cat." Oh, she's always in trouble, isn't she? Mog thought, "Nobody likes me." Then she thought, "Debbie likes me." And Debbie's door was open. Debbie's bed was warm. Debbie's hair was soft like kitten fur. And Mog forgot that Debbie was not a kitten. Debbie started to have a dream. It was a bad dream. It was a dream about a tiger. And the tiger wanted to eat Debbie. It was licking her hair. It's only a dream. Debbie woke up and screamed, "Ah!" Debbie shouted. Mog jumped off the bed. Mr. and Mrs. Thomas came in. "Bother, bother, bother that cat." Debbie said nothing. She was still crying because of that bad dream. That's Mog again, isn't it? There's Mog outside, look now, looking very sad. Mog ran out of the room, right out of the house, out of her cat flap. She was very sad. The garden was dark, the house was dark too. Mog sat in the dark and thought dark thoughts. She thought, "Nobody likes me. They've all gone to bed and there's no one to let me in. They haven't even given me my supper." Then she noticed something. The house was not quite dark. There was a little light moving about. She looked through the window and saw a man in the kitchen. Mog thought, perhaps that man will let me in. Perhaps he will give me my supper. She mewed her biggest meow. Meow! Very sudden and very, very loud. The man was surprised and he dropped the bag. It made a big noise and everyone in the house woke up. I think he was a burglar, wasn't he? Yeah. Mr. Thomas ran down into the kitchen and shouted, "A burglar!" The burglar said, "Bother that cat." Mrs. Thomas phoned for the police. Debbie let Mog in and Nicky hugged her. Policemen came. They told him what had happened. The policeman looked at Mog and said, What a remarkable cat! I've seen watchdogs, but never seen a watch cat. She will get a medal." Debbie said, "I think she'd rather have an egg." Mog had a medal. She also had an egg every day for breakfast. Mr. and Mrs. Thomas told all their friends about her. They said, "Mog is a really remarkable cat," and they never, or almost never, said, "Bother that cat." Oh, isn't that nice? Yeah. So that's it for now. So see you again. Bye.